Yep. Smells like a Harley.
Hey guys, I'm at 72 Customs today to do something very special. Well, you remember my bike, Betsy, 2010 Road Glide. Super stoked, super excited because we're gonna get working on Betsy and completely changing her up. We're gonna give her a whole new look, a whole new everything. Hopefully put another 100,000 K on her moving forward. Here we go.
How's it going? Sarge at 72 Customs. Today we are going to start a pretty wild project for the Moto Photo. So, 2010 Road Glide. Moto Photo's had this for 10 years. It's lasted them absolutely amazingly. He's put 100,000 kilometers on it. The 99 to 13 models. The Road Glide's had some subtle changes, driveline changes. They're still absolutely incredible bikes, but there's some soul in these old bikes. And I really get excited when I see people bringing them back to life, a second life, a third life. We're gonna be doing a complete sound system on this. Hogtunes has some 7-inch subs that go in the lower fairings. They've got upgraded speaker controls. They've got some absolutely amazing amps. This one's actually gonna get a triple 2-channel amp setup that is just gonna be absolutely wild. We are gonna be putting the Hogtunes speaker bag lids with the Hogtunes 6x9 setup on 14 and newer bags. The new latching system is great. The single finger latches. Saddlemen Seat. Dan has put a lot of miles on this seat. Saddlemen's got some great products with their gel seats and their higher back for more support. Plus they look pretty good. New bar setup from Original Garage Moto. Their machining on their risers it's absolutely gorgeous. I am really excited to be using their products on this. We're gonna be going a full Öhlins back setup with reservoirs and a complete dropping kit for the front forks with the Öhlins suspension from OGM, the drop-in style kit with the springs. It's gonna change how this grips on a corner. It's gonna have more downforce on the front tire. It's gonna give you better grip. It's gonna have more rebound, and it's gonna have way better dampening, so Dan can throw it into the corners a little tighter. But after 100,000 kilometers and 12 years, well, it's time to get all caught up with technology. Aesthetically, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna be doing a complete color change. We're gonna be doing some custom graphics, some light airbrush work for accenting. Lowers are gonna change the look of this, something that the Moto Photo was a bit hesitant on in the beginning, but with the proper venting and the bass speakers in this, I think it's gonna be a really worthy upgrade. The lighting, we're not gonna change. Dan's already done the full LED upgrade to it. Look and function, on point. And so it begins. I think Dan should hang this on the wall. 100,000 kilometers of a comfy bum. Part of this build is upgrading these to the 2014 and newer latch style bags. But I'll tell you something, if bags could talk, I'd be curious the stories these ones would have. Something that a lot of you may not know is adapting the 2014 and newer bags to these older bikes is pretty much rotating the rubber grommets from backwards to forwards, and they'll fit right on. There's a rubber cushion that goes in between the bag itself, and it rests on here. Otherwise, the vibration from a Harley Davidson would probably end up causing a little premature breakage. Like butter. Sometimes you'll find that these parts haven't come off since the factory, so that's been sitting right in there for 100,000 kilometers. And still in fine form. So far, so good. Everything's coming out, nothing's stripping. The fact that they've been in here for 100,000 kilometers, smooth sailing so far. I'm about to tackle the exhaust tip, which can be a challenge. 100,000 kilometers can take its toll on this joint here. It's a compression joint with a large band clamp. It does tend to oxidize. It heats, contracts, gets a little bit of rust in there. sometimes these are just not easy to get out. So here's to hoping. Sometimes all it takes is a little roundy round wiggle wiggle. You hold your tongue right, and ta-da. You've served Dan well, but I think it's time to move on. You've been X'd. Oh, atta girl. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to rebuild this caliper while it's off. Sometimes the pistons just don't like to go back in to make it loose enough to get off the wheel. There we be. So the next time we see this, she'll be all shiny and black and have a brand spanking new sneaker. Always remember to check your cush too. You don't want those worn out and be putting them back on a premium bike. This is what you call a cush drive. Sits behind a pulley, and whenever you have it apart, check to make sure that all the bridges are still good. They're still a little malleable. These get too hard, too stiff, it's going to ruin your day. Now is the time to replace them if they show any signs of wear or hardening. They're getting a little firm. There's no signs of bad wear, but I'll be replacing the bearings, so I might as well just do the cush while we're in here so it'll last another 100,000 kilometers.
Yep. Smells like a Harley.
It's always important to have a tea break before you get back into something. One day I'd like to work on a bike that was designed by an engineer with big dumb man hands. Most of the time when you're removing body panels, you need to be cautious, because if you're going to replace it, then it's also a sellable item. However, on the odd occasion you're blessed with not having to worry too much about the finish of something. We'll show you why in a minute. This fender itself is going to be resurrected and have a second life as a custom chopper fender because, well, it's run its course as a touring fender. This is an instance where zip tie is your friend because it's amazing for holding stuff up out of the way so it doesn't fall down and damage your chrome. You don't want to put added stress on your brake lines by having them drop and bang and stuff like that. Because one thing I've learned over the years are brakes can be kind of important. Always hit this with a soft mallet. You don't want to damage the threads. This is kind of an important part. It's a good trick. All the spacers you take off your axle, put them back on in the order that you took them off so you don't mix up sides. This one's rather easy because it's got your ABS tone. The only thing you're going to see on this is some freshly painted rotors, and this is going bye-bye and will end up in a new home. So, got to keep the keepsakes. Thumbs up.
Here's a sneak peek of what's to come in the next episode, where we continue taking apart Betsy, getting it all together, and prepping it for the build to come. So stay tuned and see you in the next episode.